Welcome to the channel. Today, we're breaking down how the VA rates pain and why this is one of the most misunderstood parts of VA disability claims. We'll explain what the VA looks for, how 38 CFR 4.59 on painful motion applies, and the common mistakes veterans, C&P examiners, and VA raters make that can lead to underrated conditions. If you're filing or appealing a claim, pay close attention. This could make a real difference in your outcome. First, let's talk about how the VA looks at pain. Pain alone does not automatically give you a disability rating. The VA rates disabilities based on functional loss. That means they look at how your condition limits your ability to perform ordinary activities like walking, bending, lifting, or using a joint in a normal way. This is where 38 CFR 4.59 comes in. 38 CFR 4.59 says that when you have pain on motion, the VA must recognize that pain as a form of functional impairment. Even if your range of motion is technically within normal limits, if there is objective evidence of painful motion, you are entitled to at least the minimum compensable rating for that joint. In simple terms, if it hurts when you move it, and the examiner can see that, you should get at least the lowest rating for that joint, according to the diagnostic code. Let's go through a quick example. Imagine you have a knee condition. The normal range of motion for a knee is 0 degrees extension to 140 degrees flexion. At your compensation and pension exam, the examiner measures your flexion at 135 degrees, which looks almost normal. But when you reach that 135 degrees, you wince in pain, or you tell the examiner it hurts. Under 38 CFR 4.59, that painful motion means you should get at least the minimum 10% rating for that knee, even though you're close to full range of motion. Now, let's cover some common mistakes that happen with painful motion conditions. First, veterans often fail to report pain during the range of motion testing at the C&P exam. They try to tough it out, or they don't want to seem like they're exaggerating. But if you don't speak up, the examiner might not record painful motion, and that can cost you your rating. Second, some C&P examiners don't document when the pain starts during motion. They might just write down the range of motion numbers without noting when pain began. That's a problem because without that documentation, the VA rater might assume no painful motion occurred. Third, VA raters sometimes miss or ignore evidence of painful motion in the C&P report. They may deny the minimum compensable rating because they focus only on the range of motion numbers and not on the presence of pain. Here's another example. Let's say you have a back condition. At your exam, you're able to bend forward to 90 degrees, but you tell the examiner that you start to feel pain at 70 degrees. The examiner should record that your functional limit is where the pain begins, at 70 degrees. If they don't, the rater may incorrectly assign a 0% rating when you may have qualified for 10% or more. So what can you do to avoid these pitfalls? Always be honest and clear about your pain during your C&P exam. Tell the examiner exactly when the pain starts as you move. If possible, bring a buddy or caregiver statement that describes how pain limits your motion in daily life. And when you get a copy of your exam report, check that it documents painful motion if you reported it. In summary, 38 CFR 4.59 protects veterans by requiring that painful motion be compensated, but only if it's documented. Don't let common mistakes cost you your rightful rating. Thanks for watching. If you found this helpful, be sure to like, comment, follow, and subscribe for more veteran claim tips.